the whole gang, man. To the whole gang. I see y'all in the building, man.
Yeah, it's your boy Justin on the scope. We don't break the news. We just break the news down.
It's most definitely Scope gang or no gang or don't bang. Hey, we're gonna stay real over here, man. Big Scope gang. Salute to everybody watching this video. Make sure y'all like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. I do live streams all the time.
It's Scope gang or no gang or don't bang. Salute to everybody. Good. Hold on.
All right, let's get into it. Let's get into it, gang. Salute to let me turn myself up a little bit, man. Salute to everybody rock with me. I know y'all been waiting to hear from me when it comes to this whole Mo3 situation, man. 3 days of pre-trial, for Yella Beezy. You know, the defense is put in a motion to try to get the music and a lot of things on social media removed, from this trial. And man, I mean, it's been going down, man. First of all, being at the courtroom, it's been going down, man. Yeah. Being at the courtroom, man, I'm not going to lie to y'all, man. Being in that courtroom, it's been going down. The hallways been jumping. You hear me? Yeah, even the hallways have been jumping, man. And today was no different. We got in there, man. Today was day 3. And we get in there, man. Of course, it went down. Of course, Ratchet and Queen 88, had a little fallout. Ratchet and Terry Blue from Dallas Global had a little misunderstanding. Nothing too serious, man. But a lot of things spilled out to that hallway, man. At one point in time, Yella Beezy was sitting there. Yella Beezy was sitting there watching a lot of this stuff play out, man. And yeah, it's getting crazy in there, gang. It's getting crazy, man. The Mo3 sector's in the building. Will we be put out? I don't know. I don't know if they even want to let me in. When I first got there, one of the guards at the door kind of asked me who I was, this and that. He was like, "Oh, you one of them bloggers." And he was kind of like telling me, "Well, just wait right here for me and just have a seat." And like he was gonna come back and get me, but he just went in the courtroom and sat down. So that right there, I knew the vibe was off when the day first started. Then Ratchet came, and I was telling Ratchet the vibe look kind of was coming. We had the guard left. He went inside. He sat down in court. He started doing something else. So we went and just mobbed inside. Then I seen Queen 88 pop up. I seen Dallas Global, Terry Blue pop up. There was a lot of people in there. Shout out to Miss Nicole, man. Miss Nicole Noble, Mo3 mom. She was there. I seen Yella there with a lot of people in his family. He was way deeper today than he was, a couple of days ago. He had his grandmother with him, of course. You know what I mean? He had a lot of people with him, man. But let's get into this thing, man, because today was day 3, man. I want to break down some of the things that's been going on, in this pre-trial hearing, man, in this motion. I want to break down some of the things that y'all don't know, and I want to show y'all some things that y'all might not know, because we talk about the music. They want the music out. They feel like, the defense feels like the music, it don't mean nothing, man. It's just Yella being creative. You know what I mean? It don't mean nothing. But of course, the prosecution is saying, no, you did, including Detective Barnes, is saying, no, we got to keep this. This is a timeline of how this whole thing played out, starting back to when Roy Lee first died. Let's get into some of the things that happened today. We're going to skim through some of it, but I want to break a lot of things down for y'all, man, because, Toby Shook didn't really stand up and say too much today. Yella Beezy attorney, the same guy who represented Carmelo Anthony. He didn't really say too much, and I was, yeah, that's good for you, Yella, because Toby Shook, like I said, he a little outdated. He don't know the culture. He don't really know the hip-hop game. So I think it's hard for him to really break down exactly what's going on, but let's check in, gang. Let's check in with the court. Let me see, has Yella walked in yet? I don't know if Yella Beezy has walked in yet. Let me see. Yella Beezy walked in. Let me see. Yeah, I think. Let me see. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I mean, okay, yeah. Yella go. Yeah, Yella was in that thing, man. Yella Beezy was in there, of course. You know what I mean? It's his. Yeah, it's his trial, along with Jerry Johnson, Keywan White, Devin Brown. You know what I mean? The damn near the whole GRC. Yeah. You see Yella Beezy in the building looking around as usual, man. Just you know what I mean? He just be in that thing, kind of. You know what I mean? Just kind of. Yeah, I mean, looking a little nervous at first. First day I seen him, he was looking nervous. Today he looked a little bit more relaxed. You know what I mean? He didn't have the glasses on. Yeah. He didn't have a turtleneck and the glasses on. He looked a little bit more relaxed today, gang. But let me see. Let's get into some of the things. Let's get into this. Let's get into this. It did take a while for it to start. We was in there for about at least 15, 20 minutes when they started. Let me see. Yeah, I want to get to the good part. Let's start with the prosecution.
The court heard repeatedly
the start with the prosecution
regarding how this feud got started. It's in the grand jury testimony, and Louisville PD even asked the defendant, "Does this feud have anything to do with Roy Lee Pate?" And he said, "I think so."
Well, of course,
the shooting and the death.
Of course they do, because you know what I mean. we all know that, you know, Roy Lee and Yella Beezy got into a whole heated thing. A fight happened at a club. Yella Beezy, Bodega, a few other cats, you know, jumped Roy Lee. Roy Lee wanted his lick back. You know, Roy Lee and Mo3 was cool. They was working together, moving around together. You know what I mean? They became like, you know, damn near best friends at a time. It seemed like Mo3 and Roy Lee. So once Yella Beezy, who we hearing Mo3 already didn't rock with, we know Yella Beezy, we know Rainwater didn't rock with Yella as well. So it seemed like it was something that was already, it was like a Tupac and Biggie thing. You feel me? Where Tupac goes to death row and Suge don't rock with Diddy, and neither does Pac, because Pac got shot in the studio and he feel like Biggie and Diddy knew something about it. So it's kind of like, you know, when Roy Lee got into it with Yella, it was similar to Tupac and that whole death row and Biggie thing. It's like, yeah, him and Mo3 was already ready for it. You know, when Mo3 stepped in, the way Pac stepped in, it's like, yeah, I don't like them niggas either already. So yeah, it was most definitely up. So when it comes to Roy Lee, I do believe that Yella and 3 already didn't like each other, whether it was behind a chick or whatever it was, whether it was behind Rainwater and Yella, whatever it was. But either way, you know, whatever it was. But either way, when this popped off, you know, as far as 3 and Yella, you know, oh, 3 was ready. Yeah, 3 was ready. 3 was ready. Smash that like button if y'all watching me, gang. Salute to everybody.
Willie Pate will not be admitted as 404B evidence against the defendant that he committed it. It's merely going to be suggested as the starting point between the feud between the parties.
You hear that?
And we know that.
So what he's saying is that, you know, even though people are saying, you know, a lot of people think that Yella Beezy might have something to do with the murder of Roy Lee. Of course, Mo3 damn show did. And you wonder, like I say, I always say this. Remember, Roy Lee did not die right away. Roy Lee died like a week or 2 later. So, you know, Roy Lee had to have told Mo3 that this was Yella and them boys behind it. This was Yella Beezy that did this. He had to have told him that. But they let the prosecution let you know that we're not putting that. We're not using, you know, the death of Roy Lee as far as the murder. We're not going to use that against him. But as far as the beef, oh yeah, that's going to be in there. That's all in there, man. That's all going to be all in Yella trial.
Has something to do with this feud because hours after his death, the defendant is shot while driving home multiple times. Louisville PD tells him the next day that the vehicle that pulled alongside of him belongs to the decedent's head of security.
It's going to be Sean G.
2 months later,
there's going to be Sean G. Sean Griffin. They speaking on Sean G when they talk about who the vehicle belonged to that shot, you know, Yella Beezy on that highway in Louisville. Now, I'm not saying Sean G got nothing to do with nothing. I'm not throwing nobody names in nothing, but that's what you know, they have the evidence to show that the vehicle was registered to Sean G that shot Yella Beezy in Louisville. So this is all a part of this trial, gang. Sean G name comes up, Rainwater name, all the usual suspects, everybody name come up in this situation.
more Sprinter van is shot up. Now, both of these shootings are not extraneous offenses committed by the defendant. They are not other bad acts committed by the defendant. They are not 404B evidence. Rather, they are contextual, pre-existing events that led and explain why the offense occurred. They go to motive, Your Honor. Because 2 months after Moore is shot, or his Sprinter van is shot up, the decedent releases his song 219. And in that song, he makes certain declarations that he is responsible for both shootings.
When he say both shootings, he mean the Sprinter van and Trapboy Freddy, of course, and of course, Yella Beezy on the tollway in Louisville. They say that 219 was the mother. You know what I mean? Yeah, I even heard Cole Gotti, man. Cole Gotti did an interview, man, on Real Life Street Stars just the other day. And Cole Gotti said, man, I did not want my brother to drop that 219. I felt like that could get you locked up. That's something right up. Even Cole Gotti said he didn't think it was a good idea for Mo3 to drop that 219. Yeah, he said that wasn't smart. He said he didn't like that. Also, he didn't like the record, The Truth. I am the truth. He said, man, he didn't think bro should have dropped that either. He said he told bro, don't drop that I am the truth, bro. Like, yeah, I mean, like, fam, you throwing gasoline on a fire with this one, bro. But they say Mo3 wasn't trying to hear it. Mo3 want these boys to, you know what I mean? Mo3 want to out-rap these boys and talk, you know what I mean? And talk that noise to them, man. Rest in peace to Mo3, man.
Now, these declarations, these statements against interest, leave no doubt in the defendant's mind who's responsible for the attempt on his life or the attempt on Moore's life. It is the state's theory, Your Honor, that the defendant and co-conspirator Moore conspired to finance the murder in retaliation for the attempts on their life. The state's case is further supported by the subsequent events that occurred afterwards. We heard from Detective Barnes concerning the Unruly Citizens concert. There, Detective Barnes and his partner felt they needed to step in because the violence had escalated to the point that it would be dangerous for the general public.
And when they say that, they talking about the Unruly Citizens concert, y'all. The one that it was I think Future was the headliner that day in Frisco. And we know that Yella Beezy was on the ticket. Mo3 was on the ticket. But last minute, I believe them folks took Mo3 off the ticket because Yella Beezy probably told him, hey, I ain't performing. If y'all put that boy on the show, we ain't rocking with you. We already got the damn payment. We got the front end. They called me back in Beezy, but fam, we'll keep that front end and keep it moving if y'all invite Mo3. That's what I believe happened because Mo3 had the proof that he was on the show. We'll get to that in a little bit because they showing y'all that they want all this to be, admitted into evidence. They want all this to be a part of the trial. A lot of people say, well, it's just social media and songs and this and that. Things we've seen play out online. But the prosecution is fighting to have all these things shown to the jury, including the Unruly Citizen situation in Frisco.
Again, the event in of itself is not 404B evidence. But what we do get is the defendant's admissions after the event, right? And the court got to see his social media post right afterwards. That goes directly to motive. And it is further evidence of ill will between the parties because he says it if you recall, everything is not sweet on this end regarding his relationship to the decedent. Right after the concert, Your Honor, we have the V-Lad interview where we get to see the defendant or hear him.
He meant Vlad. He said V-Lad. I mean, come on now. Come on, fam. Yeah, y'all got to get online more, man. He said V-Lad. He meant Vlad.
Attempt to say that he doesn't know who the decedent is, right? And then we get a good insight into his beliefs concerning forgiveness and his need to get the lick back. These admissions are pure motive evidence. After that, we have the defendant's attack on Rainwater, the decedent's manager.
Beat the brakes off Rain. Trump the hip out Rain. Oh, yeah, that's most definitely. Get that in here. For sure. We seen that. Yeah. Yes, we seen that. It's crazy. I mean, I remember, they ran Rain down right there, in front of that V Live, and it turns out that's where Trap got shot. And Trap didn't get shot at the V Live, y'all. He got shot at the Exxon by V Live. But yeah, he got shot at Exxon. But it's crazy that them situations both happened in that one spot. And then you got the V Live in Houston, man. Yeah, niggas stay away from V Live, fam. But either way, you gotta add that, man. When they beat Rainwater up, man, chase Rainwater down. I think that was Bodega then too, right? They stomped the hip off Rain. Rain stood up, fell back down, pants around his knees. Oh yeah, 3 didn't like that, man. Y'all done jade my manager, but yeah, them beating up Rainwater is most definitely a part of this trial. Y'all, that footage will be shown. Yeah, Rain going to relive that all over again. He's still waiting on his $300,000 from Yella.
Shot again. This time he's shot in the leg. Again, the shooting of Moore is not 404B evidence. 2 weeks later, the decedent is ambushed by Moore's associates at V Live in Houston. And then 2 months after that, we have the murder.
Now we know, like I said, they say what happened in Houston with Mo3, the shootout he had at V Live. They saying that was them, that was trapping them. I mean, that was trapping Yella people. They saying that was a part of this war too. A lot of people always say, Mo3 had a lot of enemies, man. Mo3 had a lot of ops, man. No telling who that was. Nah, all this shit was all the same guys. That's what they here to say. That everything y'all heard about Mo3, the shootings, this and that, Trap shootings, Yella shootings, Roy Lee at this thing, all these things are connected, man. Do not separate one from the other. These things are all connected. They was only shooting back and forth with each other. There was nobody else running down on Yella and them or Trap. There was nobody else running down on 3. This was them running down on each other, man. All the shootings we heard that they were involved in, it was these same parties.
Timeline event goes directly to 3836 evidence about the prior relationship. It's contextual evidence concerning an ongoing feud, Your Honor. And it goes to show the motive of the parties. And the jury should be entitled to know what transpired before. And the state has a great need to show its case on motive, as well as to corroborate some of its witnesses' testimonies. Since the majority of this evidence is not 404B evidence, the state plans to introduce most of this evidence contemporaneously with state's witnesses as they testify to the charged offense. And when we look at ultimately the amount of evidence that's going to be produced concerning the feud, it will be negligible in comparison to the amount of evidence that we're going to put on concerning the murder. This evidence, the feud evidence, is not unfairly produced.
They saying they got it. Look, everybody keeps saying what's going to be that smoking gun. Do they? Do they have evidence to show that that Keywan White murdered Mo3, that, you know, that Yella Beezy paid for it. You know, they saying they got it, man. You know, I think day 2, they were saying that they have evidence of Yella Beezy linking up with members of GRC, including Keywan White, on 2 different occasions. They got Trapboy Freddy, the co-conspirator. They saying he's involved in this, whether it's his money, whether he knew. And remember, I tried to give Trap the benefit of the doubt, man. I ain't gonna lie, I did. I said, no, not the king of Oak Cliff. I know Smurf Franklin, them boy. I know his big brother, them OGs around him, wouldn't let them talk like that online. I was like, nah, I just couldn't up. I was like, it's not like the way when you see him online talking, we'll get into some of that in a minute. But when you see the way Trap be online talking and all the diss records, you be like, it's no way you knew your partner did that. I had to give him the benefit of that. It's no way he knew his partner did that. He talking like that. He got to be more gangster than that. But it turns out from what they saying, from what the state is saying, is oh no, he was doing all that yapping online, and he knew, you know what I mean, that they was all involved in this. He knew, you know what I mean, this was they doings, and he just couldn't shut up about it. Man, Trap, I thought you was more gangster, gang. I ain't gonna lie, fam. Shout out to Oak Cliff, man. But Trap, I thought you was more gangster than that, fam. Come on, Smurf Franklin. Come on, Smurf. You gotta tell a nigga, shut up, little bro, shut up.
No Texas court or federal circuit court has ever drawn a bright line concerning rap music. The CCA in Hart and almost every federal circuit court, but I cite to the Sixth Circuit in Stuckey, recognize that rap music is highly prejudicial. But despite that recognition, they still conduct a 4-3 analysis. You know? In my recent filed response, I cited to 2 recent cases. There are only 2 cases from Texas since Hart. It is Brown and Williams, Texarkana and Fort Worth. Both of these courts adhere to Hart, recognize that rap music is highly prejudicial, but still conducted their own 4-3 analysis. And in those about rap music, it's directly on point to the charged offense, both Moore and the defense.
Let me see. All right, let's go here. Go here.
Then we have Keeping in the Streets. Grand jury testimony shows that this song is a direct response to the civil suit. The timing of that song, the context of the song is probative.
Keep it in the streets. You gotta keep it in the streets. Yeah, he was talking to Rainwater. You know what I mean? He stomped the hip out of Rainwater, and Rain went and put a civil suit in the boy. We're trying to get, you know what I mean, trying to get $1 million out of him. That's when Yella started saying, keep it in the streets. Like, how come everything y'all doing or we do to y'all is coming out? It is, but nigga, we keep it in the streets. But Yella, when y'all start jumping online, when everybody gets to talking and jumping online, is that really keeping in the streets? I got a fan on. It's hot as hell in Texas. It's like 100-something degrees right now. So yeah. Yeah. I mean, how do y'all feel about that, gang? You know what I mean? Yella said keep in the streets, but it turned out everybody jumped on videos and songs. Man, let's get back into this.
It goes to the ongoing feud. It goes to motive, and it shows the escalating violence between the parties. On your head. This song is directly on point to the charged offense. Both Moore and the defendant talk about placing bounties for reprisal, and Moore takes it one step further. He says he's put 50 bags on the decedent. Grand jury.
They saying Trapboy Freddy is admitting, you know, to dropping 50 bands on Mo3. So they saying they have evidence that Trapboy Freddy money is tied into this whole thing too, man. They saying Trap is a co-conspirator. Remember, Eric Barnes, if y'all don't know, he said that, you know, Trap could be locked up. There is no statute of limitation on murder. He's saying Trapboy Freddy could be locked up any day now. We just need a few pieces. And he didn't say he didn't say a few pieces, but he was saying basically if that evidence presents itself, which we feel like is out there, Trapboy Freddy going to jail too. That's what Detective Eric Barnes said, gang. Let's keep up what's going on. That's what Detective Eric Barnes took the stand and said.
Testimony will show you that this song is eerily on point to the charged offense. Now, defense is going to argue that Moore's lyrics in that song shouldn't come in because he's not a co-conspirator. Well, Moore's lyrics come in for 2 other reasons. 1, it's a statement against interest. And 2, it's an adoptive admission by the defendant. These are commercially produced songs and performed by the defendant. He has full editorial rights, and the fact that he kept it means he adopted it.
How y'all feel about that?
Take 3, Mo3, take 3. The title, the subject matter, the mockery of 219 in it, or the mimicry of 219. The timing is so probative in this case, Your Honor, because hours after the murder, the defendant text messages this song to a co-defendant, Jerry Johnson.
Saying right after Mo3 died, right after Mo3 was killed on that freeway, right after Mo3 still out there laid out, Yella Beezy is texting Jerry Johnson a song, Take 3. You know what I mean? A song going at dissing Mo3. Yeah, he said he sent it right to him. Had a record waiting on him. Now, I don't think that record was ever released, but they got it. Yeah. We don't got it, but they got it. They played a lot of these records in court, letting us hear some of these things over the last few days. Man, he was like, yeah. Everybody was in there listening like, dang, I mean, you listen to these lyrics and some of these records, you're like, oh, wow. They put some of the lyrics on the screen up there. Oh, man. Yeah, y'all, man, yeah. Hey, it's different inside this courtroom when you're hearing all these things, man, because they didn't show everything from day one and day two.
And this song,
but the cameras will be in the courtroom. We can see that now. The cameras will be in the courtroom, so y'all will be able to see everything. I'm happy about that. I did not want to have to go in there and come out and tell y'all everything. I'm so happy that everybody, the sector, the Skull Gang, that y'all will be able to see and hear everything that's going on. That's what I wanted the whole time.
Directly references the decedent, the murder, and placing bounties for reprisal. Equally as probative, Your Honor, is Gassed Up. We saw evidence that it was composed days after the murder. It appears not to be finished, according to Detective Barnes. But just the same, it was text message to Jerry Johnson. Again, another never-before-released song. It speaks directly to the feud, the murder, and contains threats of continued violence towards HMS associates.
And that Gassed Up was crazy, man. That Gassed Up song was basically saying, hey, he'll be alive still if y'all didn't gas him up. It is. You thinking like these are records he sent right to Jerry Johnson. It's like he had them records waiting. He had Mo3 death records waiting before he made these records before Mo3 died. Y'all see what he's saying? And a lot of these records, he's going at Mo3, talking about I'm getting murdered and this and that, money on your head and this and that. And these are songs he sent to Jerry Johnson, the state is claiming, the day Mo3 died. So it makes you think that Yella already had some tracks in the cut. They making it seem like Yella, this was premeditated. These songs are premeditated. He knew that Mo3 was about to get murdered because he put the bag down. Him and other people put a bag together. They saying him and Trapboy Freddy put a bag together. I believe that's what they saying, Trap. And, you know, because they just talked about Trap saying he had 50,000 on his head. So they saying these boys already knew what was going to happen. That's why Trap couldn't wait. That's why he was on the freeway that morning. That's why Yella sent Jerry Johnson songs that he had already made. Songs he had already pre-recorded, sent them right over to the boy, text them to him. Well, guess who got their hands on it, gang? The state of Texas. They will be playing these songs in the trial. They might not be playing the whole song, but I think even the defense agreed that, you know, hey, they can just play certain parts of the song if the music is admitted. Y'all smash the like button, gang. Smash the like button if you're watching me right now, y'all. Hit that like button.
Next, we have the co-conspirator songs. Hypocrite, Laugh Now, Sure. We heard from Dr. Nielsen. He says that these are celebratory songs of the murder of Mo3. Here, Moore lists out several autobiographical events, and when he does it as justification for the murder, as well as he outlines certain details of the murder in all three cases. This is probative of retaliatory motive and goes to the conspiracy. In fact, Laugh Now is probably the most important of the three, because this is the song that he previews to the defendant during that Instagram post call live, right? And we get an opportunity to see the defendant's facial expressions as he's listening to the song, as he's reading the follower comments, and it reeks of consciousness of guilt.
Hold on, you know what?
Now, in that
yeah, he's speaking on Trapboy, hitting up Yella Beezy while on live, letting them hear that laugh now. Yeah. That's what he's speaking on. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see something. Let me share my screen, guys. Let me see. Hold on. Hold on. What video is he? Oh, he's talking about this video right here. Yeah, this is the video he's talking about right here. Yeah. This is the video he's talking about right here. This is the video he's speaking on right here, man. This will be them. This is one of the things that they want the jury to see. They want the jury to see this video. They will look at Yella Beezy's face already. Look, Yella look uncomfortable. They saying, yeah, Yella's face look like, nigga, what is you doing? What is you, man? I mean, I get it. Laugh now. You know what I mean? He got ran down. You know what I mean? Especially that part when he say, you know what I mean? He got ran down. Yeah, I remember Yella looked like he can't believe it. Like, hold on, fam. What? Like what? What is you doing, bro? Look at his face. Let me see.
Tell them laugh now. Heard they jumped up out the whip. He got ran down. Like, man,
Look, Yella said, get me off camera, man. Yella said, get me off camera, fam. Hold on, nigga. Get me. Yeah, man. Yella did look a little uncomfortable about this, man. Yella looked uncomfortable about this, man. I ain't gonna lie. When we watched this video, everybody knew Yella looked uncomfortable.
tell them laugh now. Yeah, heard they jumped up out the whip. He got ran down. Like,
Yeah.
Hey, why you gotta come on my shit with this bullshit, man? Man, I'm trying to preview some over these music. All right, bro. This nigga here is a hoe. I do fuck with me. All right, bro. I'm finna go.
See? It's like, I mean,
This nigga is a hoe, man.
hey, it's crazy though. It's crazy to see, you know, all this playing out now. You know what I mean? It's crazy to see all this playing out. And you know, and Trapboy Freddie get married. Yeah, Trapboy get married. And Yella Beezy sitting in court. Yeah, it's crazy to see it all play out now. And Trap done went and got married, trying to clean his life up, and you know what I mean, do things he ain't done yet. You know what I mean? Nigga, you know, nigga think he might go to prison when niggas start doing shit nigga ain't done yet. Nigga said, man, let me go ahead and do this real fast. That nigga probably been camping, he been hiking, and you start seeing nigga doing all kind of things he never done. Nigga on Ferris wheels and nigga ice fishing. Trap getting married, Yella sitting in court. You think about this video, you like, man, you a buster for that, bro. Like, come on. I thought y'all boys, you mean to tell me, like I said, I'm not saying who did what, but the state is saying y'all did this. They got a lot of evidence on you boys, especially Yella Beezy. This is his trial. Murder for hire. They said they got evidence on Keywan White, Jerry Johnson, Devin Brown. But Trapboy Freddie has not been arrested, but they saying there's no statute of limitation to murder. So they telling you right now that Trapboy could be picked up. But you look at this video, you like, man, that's how you did him, fam. Like you was all online cracking all these jokes. Because Yella was trying to be quiet about whatever was going on. You know what I mean? Yella was trying to be quiet. Yella didn't have too much to say. But Trap wouldn't shut up. And now look who's sitting in court and look who not. Look who's fighting for their life and who not as of right now. But yeah, let's get back to the hearing, gang. I said the prosecution brought this video up, so I'm just showing y'all that this is one of the videos that they most definitely want the jury to see. This is part of the picture they paint. Yeah, they want this to be submitted for show. They want to play this on the big screen for everybody to see that Yella felt a little uncomfortable. They want you to hear the words that's coming out of Trapboy Freddie's mouth during this song, during this laugh now. This is something that they want in evidence. They want this to be shown to the court. Smash that like button if you're watching me. Oh, yeah. Let me see. Hold on. Let's get back to the hearing, guys. Let's get back to the hearing. We're just breaking down some of the things that the prosecution is talking about.
The state wouldn't be admitting that song for the truth of the matter, sir. It would go to his state of mind, the consciousness of guilt and motive. Authorship. Defense raises the issue of authorship concerning these songs, yet in their motions, they concede that these songs are artistic expression of the defendants, and that's because they're raising a First Amendment claim. You don't have First Amendment rights to words that are not yours or speech that isn't yours. More importantly, if we look at the cases where authorship is called into question, it is not commercially produced songs performed by the artists. Authorship is not an issue here, Your Honor. This case is about Dallas rappers airing out their beef with their music. Rap music is part of this case, Your Honor. It is not a side feature to distract or mislead or confuse the jury. And we aren't doing it just to impugn his character. Rather, the lyrics and the music themselves expose the motive between the parties, the relationship between the parties, and in certain cases explain the events that led to it. As you heard from Detective Barnes, these were not just words, people were dying. He further told us that everyone in this case has been shot.
Everybody. I mean, everybody in this
This evidence, Your Honor,
Everybody.
is not unfairly prejudicial. Your Honor, the state is going to ask this court deny the defendant's motion in limine and allow the jury to hear the full story, to understand the motivations between the parties, and to understand
Y'all see what's going on here.
that led to this murder. Thank you.
Y'all see what's going on, man. They want the music. They want the videos, not just the music. They want the videos as well. They want everything. Everything that the Mo3 sector covered, everything I broke down on my platform, everything y'all seen online. Like I said, they was giving this to us. People was calling the bloggers the police at first. Man, you niggas out, we the laws and y'all online. You know what I mean? Yeah. It was laugh now. And you got caught running there with his pants down. How we the laws? Think about that, bro. I know y'all go back and look at it now. Yella, Trap, everybody involved. Keywan, everybody. How was the bloggers the police when y'all gave the state everything they needed? You know what I mean? They playing interviews that y'all did, not with the Mo3 sector. They playing songs y'all put out, live streams y'all did. The same things we was playing. Y'all was calling us the police. Nah, fam. Y'all told them yourself. Y'all put it out there for the world to see, including the state. Let's keep it moving. Let's hear from the prosecution now, gang. Let's hear from the prosecution. Let's hear from the prosecution. Not the prosecution, my bad. Defense. Let's hear from the defense.
Post-hearing brief, and I emailed it to the court. Would you like a paper copy of it? Yes, Mayor Roach?
Hey, but that's Butterbean right there, bro. That's Butterbean right there, bro. And shout out to Judge Anium, man. Judge Anium, her husband was actually my lawyer back in the days. I'm talking about back when I was a young cat, like a teenager, 18, 17. Her husband was my attorney. My grandma paid the man some bread. I was it my grandma or my auntie or mama? I forgot who gave. Somebody in my family gave him some bread. But yeah, and she actually, Judge Anium, she actually took over. She came to the her husband, man. He was, I mean, he a mean mother. He didn't. Yeah, he wasn't. Anytime I talked to him, he was like the African. So he would talk kind of crazy to me, and then he had her take over. He couldn't make it to court, so she showed up and handled some of my cases back in the day. I didn't even recognize or realize the last name until my cousin was like, "Hey, bro, remember you had that attorney named Oki Anium?" He's like, "That's his wife who came and showed up for you and took care of everything." And his wife was cool. So yeah, I didn't realize I knew them already, man. Shout out to the judge, man. Salute to the judge. But yeah. Butterbean is on the defense over there, man. Yella Beezy got Butterbean on the team.
May it please the court, Your Honor, we just heard Mr. Vela say that the
hot dog
evidence they seek to admit isn't 404B2 evidence. It said 404B, I assume it means 404B2. But it goes to motive. One of the exceptions to get in evidence not directly related to the crime that the court knows, as an exception to 404B2, is motive. So he said that these aren't extraneous acts or offenses, but every piece of evidence the state wants to present to the court that doesn't go directly to the murder of Mo3 is listed in the state's amended notice of extraneous evidence dated July the 8th, 2026. So now suddenly the state is pivoting away from this being 404B2 or even 3836 is simply being evidence showing my client's motive. It's important for the court, Your Honor, to distinguish between words and deeds and between ideas and conducts. What the rap music in this case are words and deeds of Mr. Conway. This is what he does for a living.
He said just music. It's just
some
music.
of it, especially what we heard from Devarius Moore, aka Trapboy Freddy, is distasteful in some people's eyes, but still, they do have a First Amendment right to make the music and to publish it.
Notice the shot the Yella attorneys took at Trapboy Freddy. Some of the records that that Mr. Moore made were most definitely trash and distasteful. He didn't say trash, but they're most definitely distasteful. Yeah, but he didn't say that about Yella music. He said that about trap music. Yella team is calling Trapboy Freddy music distasteful. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Look, I'm sure Yella Beezy attorney's been telling him, look, bro, Trapboy Freddy did you dirty, man. All the songs he made, Yella, you made some songs too, but some of yours was unreleased. He went out there and ran his mouth, fam. He got you jammed up for show, man. Not only they got the evidence on Key1 and all that, but your boy got you jammed up, man. He just wouldn't shut up, fam. That's why Yella Beezy attorneys is saying, man, the music, yeah, it was distasteful. Yeah, it was weird. Yeah, he talking about a murder, it sounds like. Somebody he's making fun of somebody for dying. Yeah. But that has nothing to do with Marquise Conway, our client. I mean, our client. It has nothing to do with him. Man. Trap, you wrong, Trap. You wrong, Trap.
A constitutional right. And the 3-judge panel in the concurring opinion of Hart stated, Your Honor, singing about drugs, guns, and murder is nothing new. It's as prevalent in our culture as singing about God and love. But what these lyrics and music videos have in common is that they are artistic expressions. Using someone's art in the guilt innocence phase of a trial only as character evidence has the potential of being unfairly prejudicial. That's exactly what the state's trying to do in this case, Your Honor. Now, Hart, another distinction I want to put on Hart, it differs.
Toby Shook is not talking today. Toby Shook is right here, but Toby Shook is allowing Butterbean over here to do all the talking today. And he's not really cooking either. You feel me? Like, he's not really, I'm telling you, the defense is not really cooking. The prosecution got a lot of things lined up. Not saying that everything the prosecution wants admitted will be admitted, but they still over there cooking. They got everything in order. They had Detective Barnes take the stand. They most definitely getting busy. The prosecution is getting busy. The defense is boring. I mean, they've been boring. They're not making you say, yeah, you know what? Hey, it is true though. But hey, you got a point. You know what I mean? But they sticking to the books. They sticking to the script.
From our case, only in the context of the introduction of the rap videos by the state. Hart was convicted of capital murder, the same offense for which Mr. Conway is charged. In Hart, the defendant testified, and upon the conclusion of his direct testimony, that's the point that the state moved to admit evidence of his rap music. The Court of Criminal Appeals still reversed Hart and granted him a new trial, even though the defendant in Hart took the stand, and the rap music that was admitted was as rebuttal evidence. Mr. Conway is not taking the stand in this case.
So Yella will not be taking the stand at all.
Now, I'm not sure how hard the state's pushing the notion that Mr. Moore, aka Trapboy Freddy, isn't a co-conspirator. We heard last week Detective Barnes make an analogy with like the CEO of UPS who sent employees out to do things. Mr. Conway is not the CEO of anything. He doesn't control Trapboy Freddy. He doesn't control any of the individuals involved in this case.
They're saying the prosecution, the state is saying Trapboy Freddy is a co-conspirator who said this, did that, you know what I mean, and etc. The defense is saying, man, Yella Beezy do not control him, bro. He does not control what Trapboy Freddy does. He's not a CEO of nothing. You know what I mean? He is not the CEO of nothing, man. He don't got nobody he runs. He's an artist. He's a solo artist. He might do music with other people, but other than that, he does not control anybody, especially Trapboy Freddy or the words that come out his mouth or the songs he make. The defense is trying their best to separate Trap and Yella, man. They trying to get Trap. They trying to get Yella the hell away from Trap, man, in this case.
What controls whether a person is a co-conspirator is Texas Penal Code 701. That's a co-conspiracy statute that goes directly to the charge or primary offense. What I believe the state's trying to do by trying to introduce all this extraneous evidence is they're trying to peg my client with Pinkerton liability, as I explained in my brief, which is Section 702 party liability. We don't have any Pinkerton liability issues in this case, Your Honor. And I went into great detail about the difference between the two on pages 7 through 9 of my brief. The actual alleged co-conspirators in this case are Jerry Johnson, Keywan White, and Devin Brown. Why? Because they've been indicted. I attached copies of the indictments in the appendix. Under 801E2E, Texas Rule of Evidence 801E2E, their statements, if it's in furtherance of the conspiracy, could be admitted. But they haven't made any substantive statements in this case which is why the state's not trying to introduce any of their statements. They're trying to introduce every statement, either public or private, that Trapboy Freddy's made. But again, Trapboy Freddy is not a co-conspirator. He's not a co-conspirator under Section 701. They're trying to allude that he's a co-conspirator under Pinkerton liability and Section 702, but there's no evidence of it. They introduced no evidence. Detective Barnes himself stated, he testified under oath, that at this time, there's no probable cause to arrest Trapboy Freddy.
He cooking now. Okay. He done turned the heat up. All right. The defense turned the heat up. Yellow team turned the heat up. They're saying, look, man, hey, come on now. Stop the games, man. You feel me? Devin Brown, Keywan White, Jerry Johnson. Why is the state not submitting anything that they've said? Why are they not showing any statements they put out? Why are y'all aiming everything at Trapboy Freddy and things online and social media? Because y'all don't really got nothing. That's why y'all won't put out nothing. His co-conspirator, his real co-conspirators have said, because they not saying nothing. That's what they saying. So as of right now, Yellow team feels like, you know, everybody else that's been arrested is not really turned against them, or at least they don't have a statement. The state don't have a statement from them, you know, putting Yella in that seat saying Yella did this. So that right there makes you believe that Bodega is the witness. And I mean that because at the end of the day, Bodega is one of the guys that's not arrested. Yeah, I mean, he's not a co-conspirator, but they have a statement from somebody. Somebody's gonna testify, I believe. Somebody's gonna get there and point the finger at Yella that was around Yella. I most definitely believe that. So they saying it's not Keywan, they saying it's not Devin Brown, it's not Jerry Johnson. Because if it was, if they had statements from them guys saying Yella Beezy was responsible for paying for the murder that hit on Mo3, then they would be showing that. But in their discovery, I guess they don't got that. So yeah, Yellow team is cooking right now. They saying, why are y'all trying to enter evidence involving Trapboy Freddy? He has not been arrested for this, man. Why are we talking about Trap? They don't want Trapboy Freddy to have nothing to do with this trial, man. They don't want his music played. They don't want him to show up there with his wavy hair, that wavy shag, and them gold teeth. They don't want that nigga nowhere around this situation, man. I'm sure they told him, nigga, if you're not subpoenaed, don't bring your ass up here. We don't want them to even think about you during this trial. We don't even want the jury to see you. Stay away, fam. You ain't them songs, man. Stay back, man. My client, Marquise Conway, has nothing to do with Trapboy Freddy. They made a few songs. Yeah, they're cool, but this trial in which y'all accusing him of has nothing to do with this guy, nothing he said or nothing that Yella made him do, or no money, no none of that. How y'all feel about that, gang? Talk to me, man. How y'all feel? Jump in my comments, man, under this, after this video is over with, and talk to me in my comments.
And we keep hearing about a conspiracy and the state's attempt to introduce songs and statements made after Mo3's murder. The law is clear, Your Honor, as I point out on pages 11, 12, and 13. The alleged conspiracy in this case ended on November 11, 2020 at about noon when Mo3 was murdered. Nothing said or done after that is evidence of the conspiracy unless it's for concealing the alleged crime. Now, does the state allege that anyone involved, whether as an actual or alleged co-conspirator, did anything to conceal? No, the state is alleging the opposite. That they didn't just conceal it, they did the opposite. They sang about it. They went public about it.
Right.
Those statements cannot be admissible, Your Honor, as I point out, under 801 E2E, because the conspiracy, if anyone existed, ended on November 11th, 2020 at noon. And further, there's a lot of case law on this that I point out on page 13 of my brief. The statements made by the various individuals in this case through rap music or through Instagram posts or Facebook Live posts, they're not in the furtherance of the conspiracy, Your Honor. They're inadmissible hearsay, and what they are is, there are four types of statements that numerous Texas courts and published opinions have stated are not in furtherance of any conspiracy. I listed on page 13. The first one are casual admissions of culpability to someone the defendant had individually decided to trust, mere narrative descriptions, mere conversations between co-conspirators, and puffing or boast by alleged co-conspirators. Now, this case has a
alleged co-conspirators. That's
a lot of boasting, but that's all it has. those statements specifically are not admissible as statements of co-conspirators. Next, Your Honor, we heard Detective Barnes make a comment that Mo3's interview with Cam Capone on April 6, 2019, which was a little over 18 months before his death, was as close to a dying declaration as we can get. I asked the court to order the state to instruct Detective Barnes that he cannot say dying declaration. That was not a dying declaration, Ron. A dying declaration is controlled by Rule 804B2.
And they talking about Mo3's Cam Capone interview. And he talks about money being on his head. You know, he talks about knowing somebody wants to kill him, somebody wants to take him out. He's been hearing about this money on his head. You know, Detective Barnes said that's the dying declaration. You know what I mean? Like, basically, that was him saying, you know, he knew what was going to happen. This beef that had stirred up, he knew that somebody had put money on his head. He knew 9 times out of 10, you know, Yella, Beezy, or, you know, the guys he was into it with, he knew, or he hearing that they didn't put money on his head. So that's what Detective Barnes pointed that Cam Capone interview out and said, yeah, you know what I mean? Go check that out. That's Mo3. He already knew a bag was on his head. Y'all rocking with me, man? Follow along.
And one of the important aspects is that the declarant must have realized that he was at death's door. Now, we don't know exactly
believe that?
obviously what was going through.
Y'all believe 3 felt like he was gonna die? You know, they always say that about Tupac. They always say, you know, some people, they can feel it. They know when it's gonna happen. They start talking like that in their music, this and that. Do y'all think that Mo3, because you hear him in a couple of interviews talking about, or you hear him in his songs for show, talking about money on his head, money on my head, and he was always talking about some money on his head, man. Do y'all feel like Mo3 knew that day was coming?
Mo3's mind. Detective Barnes speculated and said that, well, he, you know, had a general bad feeling that, you know, he might get hurt in some way sometime in the future. But we don't know what else type of conflicts Mo3 was into. He was a rapper. He was a provocative rapper. The evidence shows that he manufactured the beef, largely manufactured the beef with Mr. Conway for commercial purposes. That's what we heard from Dr. Nielsen. That's what these individuals do.
Yeah, man, he's saying Mo3 started this. Mo3 was trying to get clout off Yella Beezy. That's what a lot of people always said. A lot of people felt like, you know, Yella Beezy had one of the hottest records at the time with That's On Me, Baby. And, you know, he had popped off a little bit more than Mo3. He had, you know what I mean, hit billboards and started doing shows, BET Awards. A lot of people felt like Mo3 was jealous of Yella Beezy because Yella Beezy was having so much success. And that was the main reason why Mo3 kept going at Yella. So that's what he's saying. I mean, this dude was doing his, Mo3 was igniting the beef, turning it up due to just clout chasing, man. He just wanted Yella's attention and wanted people to associate the two because Yella was a bigger artist. That's what that's what Yella team is saying. That's what Yella Beezy was saying. That's what a lot of their fans say. Even though a lot of people, everybody know Mo3 was a better rapper. It was just a period. It was just a matter of time. But yeah, a lot of people think that Mo3 was just, you know, trying to get at Yella because he was really jealous of Yella's success.
They make up beefs. They manufacture them to cause controversy. Why? Because, remember, controversy sells. An uncontroversial, friendly person usually isn't an interesting person. And in our society, especially with social media and music, it's the edgy person, the person who says, you know, say crazy things sometimes. That's the person who's interesting. That's the person who draws attention to himself. That's the person.
Yella team doing all right. I like this dude better than Toby
That's
Shook.
what was going on.
This dude is way better than Toby Shook. This dude is breaking it down a lot better than Toby Shook. Toby Shook didn't know too much of nothing. Toby Shook, every time he got up, you know, he was moving like a snail. Toby Shook even used Big Tuck. Y'all know Big Tuck from Dallas, DSR. He used Big Tuck as an example and said, you know, Big Tuck, you know, hey, this rapper from Dallas named Big Tuck, he talks about putting bread on people's head. He tried to get Detective Barnes to read some of Big Tuck lyrics. And he was like, look at this lyric right here where rapper Big Tuck is talking about putting bread on somebody's head. You know, so basically he was saying, you know, Yella Beezy wasn't the first to talk about this, another Dallas rapper, but that's not what Detective Barnes said or the prosecution said. They were saying that basically when they got into it, that's when Yella started talking like that. Not that Yella was the first to do it. That's just how Yella started talking when the beef popped off between them. And then what do you know? That's exactly how Mo3 died. It sounded like somebody put some money on his head. That's what Yella's on trial for now. You know what I mean? Murder for hire. So they saying, yeah, Big Tuck might have just been rapping. You know what I mean? That's why Detective Barnes kind of brushed him off like, yeah, Big Tuck is, yeah, he might have said it, but he's not sitting in court right now for murder for hire. So, I mean, what do you want me to do? But yeah, Toby Shook, Yella Beezy attorney, kept bringing up, you know, Big Tuck, the rapper from Dallas, man. If y'all see Big Tuck, tell him I said that, man. The attorney was bringing your name up, Big Tuck.
On this case. Now, the state cites several federal cases, Your Honor. I argue that the reliance on those federal cases are misplaced because, number one, those cases are not binding authority, and none of the facts of those cases support the state's contentions. The main three ones that I pointed out in my brief, Your Honor, are Perry, Campbell, and Alvarez. Perry, the relevant page is attached in the appendix, page 8, Your Honor. It's a 55-page opinion. I only attached the first page, and the relevant page is not cumulative.
A little bit.
That wasn't the Fifth Circuit opinion, Your Honor. That was these videos between 8 to 12 that discuss specific facts of the murder. We don't have anything like that here. What we have instead is Detective Barnes speculating about what the meaning of the lyrics are, which, as you heard Dr. Nielsen say, that just isn't possible because then you would have to assume that Detective Barnes can get into the heads of the
and the doctor, I think Nielsen guy, that's the guy they put on the stand who break down rap lyrics. Yeah, the white dude with the glasses who was sitting there on the stand a couple of days ago. Y'all might have seen him in the news. He was sitting down breaking down rap lyrics, talking about was it real, was it not, what does music mean, these words, these meanings. And it looked like he was reading from a rap dictionary or something, because I don't know if he had everything right. A lot of people feel like that guy was just, what do you know about this? What do you know about hip hop? What do you know about rap? What do you know about street lingo and Dallas lingo?
Rappers, which of course you can't do. And then in Brown, Your Honor, the rap music was admitted, but it was admitted only after Brown got on the stand and testified.
He's talking about holding the case. He's talking about holding the case, not Devin Brown, Brown. He's talking about holding the case now. He's comparing another situation where music was submitted or not submitted and the things that happened in that trial. Lawyers do that all the time. They'll go back and show you a case that happened a while back where it's similar to the one they're working now, and the outcome of that. So that's what he's doing right now. Is kind of going back, showing the judge that, well, look, back in this trial right here, when this happened with this person, they did this with the music or that with the music, and you know what I mean? So a lot of attorneys do that. They reach back into other cases.
Now doing the show. Pause. That Mr. Conway had anything to do with these murders. It's so prejudicial to allow evidence of these murders into the guilt phase. Because again, there's no evidence that Mr. Conway had anything to do with it. Just because he may be tangentially associated with someone the state thinks may have done something in those cases doesn't make it admissible under any exception in this case during the guilt innocence phase. And then, you have the September 1920 shooting at V Live in Houston where Mo3 was doing a show. In that case, Zontavious Davis was shot in the head. Davis was one of the ones who ambushed Mo3. Now, even if Davis is associated with Trapboy Freddy's record label, which is how the state is associating Davis with Mr. Conway, this has nothing to do with Mr. Conway. Again, Mr. Conway didn't direct any of the actions and misfeasance on September 19, 2020. He doesn't control these people. There's no evidence that, again, he is some sort of lead. They're trying to pin.
Hey, them boys was at war, man. I mean, they was at war from Dallas to Houston, shootings everywhere from V Live to beat downs, and yeah, they was at war. Nobody really knew how much they was at war, man. People thought it was just rapping, and no, them boys was at war in the streets, man. They was at war in the streets, man. Yeah, man. I mean, yeah, when you start to think about all the run-ins they had, all the shootings.
Mr. Conway. As some sort
but they saying the shooting at V Live, man. Even though the guy who got shot in the head, one of the guys who was shooting at Mo3, he's saying that guy got everything to do with Trapboy Freddy, nothing to do with Marquise Conway, aka Yella Beezy, and that's why they want Trapboy name thrown out this shit. Every time you bring Trap name up, you got to speak on the shooting at V Live or one of his people got hit up. You got to speak on all these different songs, all these different live streams. If you take Trap out of that, you take a lot of the evidence away that the goddamn state is gonna present. Because they got a lot on Trap, bro. That's why it's so cold. That Trap over there with a tuxedo on. Yeah. That boy over there with a tuxedo on, bow tie on like a Muslim, getting married while Yella Beezy is sitting in court. But all the evidence, they got a lot of the evidence, a pile of evidence they got is coming from Trapboy Freddy. Things that they saying Trapboy Freddy did. I thought you was a gangster, Trap. I thought your brother taught you better. I thought the Oak Cliff OGs taught you better. You mean? And I'm not blaming the OGs and Oak Cliff because these young boys do what they want. But man, that's crazy, bro. Your man's in court with his woman sitting behind him. Know if he get locked up, she gone. And you over there marrying yours. I do. Yeah, you over there, I kissy, I do. Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy, fam. Boy, everybody ain't your friend. Everybody ain't your partner, man. The things people will do for clout, man. You know what I mean? He threw you under the bus, fam, for some clout, bro. He threw y'all under the bus for what the state's saying. They just saying they can't get trapped quite yet. They saying there's no statute of limitation on murder. So they saying it's a good chance. That's what Detective Barnes said on the stand. There's a chance they can still arrest Trapboy Freddy in the future. Man, hey, we didn't know this war was this deep at the time, though, far as, everybody on the outside looking in. You know what I mean? Even if you're from North Dallas, even if you're from Oak Cliff, you don't know how serious this thing really is amongst them. You know what I mean? Them young cats.
A leader of a gang. He's not a leader of a gang. He's not in a gang. He's never been accused of, credibly accused of being in a gang. They, had pictures of this trap house in Oak Cliff that co-defendant Jerry Johnson owns. That Keewan White was seen in some of those pictures, and Theodore Thomas was seen in some of those pictures. Mr. Conway, Your Honor, has nothing to do with that trap house. There's no evidence that he went there to hang out.
You're talking about a trap house that Jerry Johnson had. They talking about a trap house that Jerry Johnson had where they got photos of Bodega over there. They got photos of Keewan White, Devin Brown. But they saying, man, they ain't got nothing to do with Yella Beezy, though, man. Yeah. I think it was on the trap house was on Ramona Drive, I think. They saying that had nothing to do with Yella Beezy. They saying all the evidence they trying to present, man, from offline and different photos and videos, and it has nothing to do with my client whatsoever. He wasn't over at the trap house. My client was making music, making money, big time rapper, traveling the world. Why the hell do you think he'd be hanging out at a trap house? You got pictures of Keewan White, the whole GRC over there, which Yella Beezy used to be a member of GRC back in his high school day. I think it's like a gang from Lancaster, a clique they started from Lancaster High School. But yeah, either way, they're saying Yella Beezy ain't got nothing to do with them boys no more. Yeah, he might have been cool with some of them or did music with them, but nah, he was not a part of GRC. He was not hanging out at these trap houses. He was a successful artist, a successful rapper, traveling the world, all in New York, LA, doing songs with Chris Brown and Quavo. And it was like Yella was too big for all this. How y'all feel, man?
He went there to deal drugs, to ingest drugs. That sort of evidence, Your Honor, is so prejudicial. And of course, with Detective Barnes on the stand speculating about the meaning of pictures, we heard a lot of that on Thursday and Friday. Of course, any reasonable juror is going to think, well, is Mr. Conway involved in that? If Mr. Conway might be involved in all these unadjudicated shootings for which Mr. Detective Barnes says that there's no probable cause to show that anyone's been charged or arrested, they're going to think, well, if he may have been involved in that, maybe he did cause Mo3's death. That's why, as the gatekeeper, Your Honor, we ask that you keep this evidence out during the guilt innocence phase. Now, the Unruly Citizens Concert of July 27, 2019.
Talking about the Frisco show. Let's speak on the Frisco show now.
That the state seeks to admit to show the beef between Mo3 and Mr. Conway. That was a strange one. Again, logically, if Mo3 was really booked for the show to appear on stage with Conway, he would have entered the venue through the entrance that performers and the crew enter.
Okay, of course, we know Yella Beezy told him this because that's what Yella Beezy said on the live stream. We know Yella Beezy is feeding him this, and of course, it's his attorney, so Yella gonna talk to him, and they're gonna interview Yella, sit down, get everything right. But you hear that's what Yella said in the live. He said, "Man, if you was booked for the show, then why did you come in through the front door, Mo3? We know all the artists come to the back. You know what I mean? Come through the back door, park in the back, come through the back. The audience, the crowd never sees the artist until I touch the stage. So why would you be out there with the fans coming in through the front door?" That's what Yella Beezy attorney is saying, because we heard Yella Beezy say that.
Not live stream himself walking through them to the main entrance, where he was arrested. And also, there's no evidence that Mr. Conway had anything to do with Mo3 being stopped. No evidence that Mr. Conway had anything to do with Mo3 being denied entrance into the venue.
Hey,
in fact,
Yella Beezy had everything to do with that. We know that. Why would they arrest you? Why would they be outside? And remember, Detective Barnes said he was there. Detective Barnes said they was out there waiting. Yeah, but it comes to the Unruly Citizens concert, you did, and let's just go there. Let's just go there, man. Yeah. And while as they bring things up, we just gonna kind of go there. Yeah. As they bring things up, you did. Why would Mo3 be like this outside? He showed up there. It don't matter if it wasn't supposed to perform. Why would Mo3 end up like this? Because I believe that, Detective Barnes, his team is there. They already investigating this beef going on. It's already high alerts about them all being in the same place. I think Yella Beezy is telling the concert people, I don't rock with the boy. I don't want him in here. I don't want him performing on this show, to kick him off. Because out of nowhere, the promoters started saying that Mo3 was not on the ticket. That's what let you know Yella Beezy complained. Why would the promoters start lying? Because Mo3 recorded him. Remember, I recorded it. Mo3 had the whole conversation. So we know Mo3 is telling the truth. So why would the promoters just last minute just start acting like that towards Mo3? You can't be up here. Why was the police already outside waiting on him? Detective Barnes got that call. They got that call. They knew 3 was coming. The venue told them, hey, we don't want him up here. They was already up there investigating this whole thing. But when the venue said, nah, we decided we're going to take him off the bill, or they didn't even say that. They made it seem like he was never on it. Because I think Yella was like, man, if he performed, bro, I ain't rocking. I'm not hitting the stage, bro. Because at the time, Yella got the bigger record. So Yella would go on, I'm sure, after Mo3 probably. So Yella is telling them, if he hit the stage, I ain't touching that stage. I'm finna burn off with the bread y'all gave me. Yeah, anybody got the back end already. Yeah, he there now. So I think Mo3 was set up, man. I think Mo3 was set up. Let's check this content out, man. Let's go back, gang. Let's take it back some. R.I.P. Mo3, man. That's crazy. This is some of the evidence they won't submit it. Not this exact video right here, but the video of what Yella Beezy is saying, showing it's the beat right here.
So y'all trying to play these stupid kumbaya game, making fake flyers, trying to get people to think that we cool and shit on this end. Ain't now nigga on the same mother as me at all. You know what I'm saying? If you niggas really booked on a motherfucker, show your contracts. Everybody gotta have contracts when you getting paid for a show, or you niggas doing free shows. If you was wide up the building, everybody know when you an artist, you walk through the back of the building, you walk through the front of them if you own the show. Man, come on, man, you niggas play, nigga. Ain't nobody want even around the motherfucker venue when you niggas try to pull up. Out of all the mother shows we've been doing in Dallas, we do shows all across Dallas, Fort Worth, all this. Would you go to the one that's in Frisco when you know they're gonna have a whole bunch of police? For you niggas can be safe. For you niggas can be safe. For you niggas can be safe. You niggas know what the flow, man. Stop playing, man. You niggas playing that game. Niggas, man, hey, man. Y'all already know that was the best thing that could have happened to you. Niggas really want to.
Of course, so Yella said his piece. Yella said his part about it. And guess who else had something to say about it? Once again, the nigga who just got married. It had nothing to do with this situation. It had nothing to do with it, but guess who had to throw their 2 cents in as well? It did. Of course, at this time, Mo3 alive, everybody alive. So, everybody's going back and forth, but here come Trapboy speaking on the situation.
A publicity stunt. Oh, look at the fire. I want to be relevant ass, dumb ass nigga. Hey, let me be with them looking at niggas over there. Hey, nigga, you ain't one of us. Nigga, chill, nigga. On the other side, nigga. No ops allowed, nigga. No ops can't ride the wave. Like me going in the show last week when I pulled up to the show and seen 30 troopers outside. Oh, bro. You got you as head, stupid ass criminal. Nigga that's running the Instagram. I really don't think you went to jail today. Me personally, I don't think you went to jail.
Going in the show if he in the building.
Hey, Mo3 showed that Osama chain show. Yeah, he really bummed it out. He showed us. We know we get that little plastic bag, you'd have been in jail. But that was Trap saying he don't think Mo3 went to jail that day. He think they just came in and locked you, put you some cuffs, escorted you off the premises, and you probably went on about your business. You online capping, see with the jail, all that, trying to sound hard, trying to be a part of us. So you see, they want to put this, they want to use this. These are the things they want to show the jury. They want to show them that video of Yella Beezy going off on Mo3 about that show. That's showing tension. You know what I mean? That you can hear him speaking on a situation we hear Mo3 also speaking on. So they want the jury to know that, this is most definitely a big part of it.
I ain't gonna do the show if he's still here. I told y'all it was a problem.
See?
My son feared for his safety. Y'all need to get him out of here. Okay, we're gonna hit him with trespassing. Okay, we're gonna hit him with trespassing. Sir, you have a warrant, sir. You're not supposed to be here. What? Well, I got a warrant. Oh, now I'm trespassing. Which one is it? Which one is it? I just can't do my show. Sir, you're not on the show. Since when? Since when I ain't on the show? Since when I ain't on the show? My name on the flyer. Oh, they took all the flyers down out their page. So now people saying he was never on the show. Oh, yeah, you know I'm coming right. Y'all tune in, man.
And Mo3 called him in a lie because he went to Future page and it showed he went to Future page and it showed the flyer on Future page and Mo3 name was on the flyer. They took all the flyers down. They didn't take the one down that Future had put up, you know what I mean? The official one. And Mo3 showed where his name was on the flyer. Mo3 had the phone call between him and the promoter. So yeah, I kind of believe Mo3 for showing that situation, but all that will be used in this trial to show y'all that it was real beef going on. This was bigger than just rap music. They couldn't even be in the same room.
That he was concerned about Mr. Conway and Mo3 being on the stage at the same time, so he contacted Frisco PD, and they affected him Mo3 being stopped from entering the venue. They affected his arrest.
One moment. Who are those standing in the back? I'm gonna need y'all to sit down, please. Find a seat.
If y'all don't know who that is, look, the guy right here that's in the camera, she telling him to sit down. He was on my show the other day. That's one of the Not Guilty boys. I think the one with the glasses on. I forgot which one I think was his name. That wasn't Mike. It was the other guy. It was the thinner guy, not the chubby dude, the thinner guy. Yeah, that's what she was telling him to sit down. Was one of the Not Guilty boys. Yeah, he was just on my show about the Carmelo Anthony situation. Shout out to the Not Guilty boys, man. Salute.
All the videos and all the lyrics that state wants to get into. I'm not going to go through every single one, but I start on page 25, 26, and 27 of my brief. We argue that no evidence of the rap music created or sang by Mr. Conway or anyone else is admissible during the guilt phase. In
Let me skip to a little
New
bit.
York, to make rap music. Again, Mo3 largely manufactured for his own commercial benefit. During the hearing last week, you heard Detective Barnes, Your Honor, say for an instant that Mr. Conway is largely like a local rapper, but then on cross-examination, Mr. Shook got Detective Barnes to admit that no, actually he already had a big national following. That's why Mr. Conway, is going to places like Los Angeles to do recording. Local rappers usually aren't invited to Los Angeles and New York to make rap music in numerous studios. And all these songs, Keep It in the Street, Love I Had, A Guardian Angel, none of them have anything to do with any motive or any other exception, contextual or otherwise, about the murder of Mo3 on November 11, 2020, Your Honor.
Hey, this guy did way better than Toby Shook.
And like on the January 27, 2021 song, Hypocrite, where Trapboy Freddie is mocking the death of Mo3, again, Your Honor, that's not evidence that Mr. Conway or any alleged co-conspirator, the three other indicted gentlemen, caused Mo3's death. It doesn't fall under any exception to 404B2. It doesn't fall under 3836. Again, these songs, it's true that a person, Mr. Vela said this earlier, it's true that a person doesn't have a First Amendment right to music or any expression that's not his own. However, these expressions are at least partly Mr. Conway's, and he can't be punished. Like if he wrote a song, the lyrics for a song, he can't be punished for expressing them, especially here commercially. And no evidence of the interviews of other social media posts are admissible during the guilt phase, Your Honor, like the live stream from the evening of Mo3's death. And for Detective Barnes to sit up there and say in front of the jury, well, he doesn't seem bothered by it. Well, Your Honor, Detective Barnes doesn't know Mr. Conway personally. He doesn't know how certain people react to a person's death. And and Mr. Conway and Mo3 weren't friends. Usually people that are upset about that someone's death, it occurs that they knew them and had some affection for them.
So Barnes is saying, you know, when Mo3 died, you know, Trap, Yella, none of them cats cared. They was, you know what I mean, none of them gave a damn. His attorney is saying, man, he don't even like him. Why would he care? Why would my client? Why would why would Yella Beezy? Why would he be sad or upset that Mo3 died? I mean, he don't even know him like that, and he don't rock with him at all. Don't like the nigga at all. So why would he give a damn? I mean, but yet and still, everything that Trap is doing online has nothing to do with Yella Beezy. You can see Trapboy Freddy is the worst thing that happened to Yella when it comes to this trial. When it comes to this trial, Trapboy Freddy is the worst thing that could ever happen to Yella.
Case where, you know, Mo3 largely manufactured a beef against Mr. Conway because he saw Mr. Conway as, you know, one of the premier rappers in the Dallas area. You know, Dallas is one of the largest metropolitan areas in the country, so that made Mr. Conway, especially after he went national, one of the premier rappers in the country. Obviously, you know, Mr.
Y'all get the gist of it.
Y'all isn't qualified to provide expert testimony about the meaning of videos, interviews, and social media posts. And
of course, they're going at Eric Barnes a lot because Eric Barnes is the one who put this case together. He's the one who, you know, is saying Yella is guilty. Keywan White, Jerry Johnson, Devin Brown. He's the one who put this whole thing together. So of course, you know, when he takes the stand, you know, him and the prosecution is going to agree with it, going to agree on everything. The defense has to tear down and tear apart everything Eric Barnes is saying.
Stronger foundation is laid for the evidence because, frankly, his testimony is nothing more than personal opinions and narratives. Detective Barnes admitted, Your Honor, that he received little to no cooperation from people on the street about Mo3's murder. He said that on the stand. He couldn't get evidence or witnesses, so instead he went to YouTube, started looking for evidence to match what he believes happened in this case.
Oh, wow.
Detective Barnes' belief isn't evidence, Your Honor. And he also admits that this is the first time he's worked a case like this, where he's broken down rap lyrics line by line and tries to offer opinions on the meaning of lyrics.
Okay, so he's saying Detective Barnes wasn't getting nothing on the streets, man. Nobody wasn't talking. He went to YouTube. Detective Barnes was watching all our channels every night. Rain would have told us that, though. Rain said, man, the detectives, they watching you, they watching Lil Greg, they watching, you know, they watching Quinn, they watching everybody in the sector at that time, probably, you know what I mean, everybody. Anybody that was in the sector over these few years, they watching y'all. You know what I mean? Rain had been telling us that. And it turns out Detective Barnes was watching everybody, all these interviews, all these different, you know what I mean, all these puzzles, all these pieces getting put together with. Man, Detective Barnes was sitting down taking notes. He was listening to everybody. Mo3 baby mamas, Mo3 homies, everything, trapping them online, saying everything, yelling them, doing. Man, social media put this thing together because them boys put so much out there. And then you had people talking online. I mean, people actually pulling up. What we did with the Mo3 sector was something brand new. You had never seen nothing like this in the history of the internet where, you know, not even a King Von story, no other story. Not even the Dolph story was like this one, where it took this long and a lot of people jumped online and talked about it. People that knew these people, some people that was involved. Look at Keywan White, dumbass. I mean, just, you know, we never seen nothing like this in the history of the internet, man. Never. Where this many people came forward and told the stories or gave hints and clues or talked about this or made songs or, man, we had content for 6 years. When it wasn't no content, sometimes people just made up content. But we kept the Mo3 story going for forever. So when we sit in that courtroom, I feel like a big dog. I'm looking at everybody in here like, yeah, y'all have to come to us for this thing to keep going. Without us, y'all might not even be sitting here right now. Not saying I'm the police, but I'm saying we kept breaking these stories down. People kept pulling up. Look at everything Rain was saying. Everybody was online. Y'all told y'all own story, and we was the people that kept this thing going. For sure, the Skull Gang did, for sure. We kept this thing going. So when I'm in that courtroom, I look around at everybody. I'm like, man, yeah, y'all probably wouldn't even worry about this thing a couple years ago, 2-3 years ago. We kept it going. We never put it down. Let me end this.
Now, as the court knows, jurors place great weight on expert testimony as actual fact. It is not.
Let me see. All right.
This is.
Y'all see Yella Beezy? Yella looking right at the camera. Yeah. Y'all see everybody leaving the courtroom. Let me see. Yeah. Everybody's leaving the courtroom. I think Yella leaving the courtroom too. Let me see. No, I'm in here somewhere. Dang, man, where I'm at. Let me get some Yella people. They're gonna Miss Nicole, right? You know, I didn't even see Miss Nicole when she had left. I must already be gone by this time. I must already walk by the camera. Did I walk by the camera already? I must, yeah, Miss Nicole. I must already walk by the camera. Let me see. Hold on. I'm trying to see if I can see when I walk by the camera. Yeah, okay, here I go. Right, I just see myself walk by. I just see myself walk by. Where did I walk by? Did y'all see me walk by? Anybody see me walk by? I thought I seen myself walk by first. Where am I at? There I go, right there. That's me right there. There I go. There I go, right there. Okay, yeah, there I go. There go little Greg getting the pattern. Little Greg getting the pattern. Look at Yella chasing him down. Come here, Nick. Nah, yeah, it wasn't nothing like that, man. But it did spill out into the hallways, man. Yeah, Queen 88 and Ratchet had an issue in the hallway. You know what I mean? It was a situation that went down in the hallway. Terry Blue from Dallas Global and Ratchet had a situation in the hallway. It was some things in there, and Yella Beezy got a chance to witness all this. I think I seen Yella there looking like, oh, what we got here? Yeah, he got a little loud. Queen 88 was going off in the hallway. Queen 88, yeah. I'm trying to tell everybody just chill out. You know me. I'm here to cover this thing. I ain't really here to get in the nut, man. You know, this ain't about me. I feel like, you know what I mean? This is about, you know, what's going on with them in the courtroom. So I'm just always trying to keep the peace, telling everybody, hey, chill, everybody. You know what I mean? Yeah, let's just be professional. That time has come. It's almost time for the trial. Let's just do this thing. But yeah, 88 was going off in that thing, man. 88 was loud as hell in there today. 88 was going off in there. 88 was loud as hell. And like I said, Ratchet and Terry Blue from Dallas Global, they had their little situation. Him and Ratchet kind of got to talking, and that went left a little bit. But overall, man, will they let the Mo3 sector in the courtroom? I don't know. Yeah, a lot went on today, man. A lot went on today. I know one of the little guard dudes who I said gave me some static in the beginning. I know him and Ratchet had some words at the end. One of the little guards. So I don't know, man. Will the Mo3 sector be allowed in this trial? I don't know, but it ain't looking good right now. I think Ratchet and 88 is online right now, trying to get each other kicked the fuck out the trap, making sure each other can't come to the trial. So yeah, man. As of right now, man. Yeah. Will the Mo3 sector be allowed at the trial? I'm not for sure, but let's show some more things that you got crazy today. You ain't gonna lie, you got crazy down there. Let's show some more things that they want to put in the evidence. And some people are saying that this is the song Take 3 that never came out, but these are some of the lyrics from the song. This was that LA Leakers freestyle. There's not a freestyle, but you know, we from Texas, we really used to freestyle. This ain't no freestyle. He wrote this down, but this is from the song, I believe, Take 3. This is some of the lyrics he was spitting, and these are the lyrics right here that they want to use in the trial. Listen to this.
You won't talk about hitters. If I say that, I got a price tag on a nigga head. I swear to God, they gon' get him. Want him dead, him dead. He shot. Let her 33 shots. Soon as the beat drop. These niggas spit boxing fucking less.
Yeah, I mean, they want words like that. You want to talk about hitters? You know what I mean? Him shot. You know what I mean? They're talking about his hitters and what they're doing. How they, I mean? These are some of the lyrics that they want, you know what I mean, the jury to hear. They saying the music will tell the story. What else they got? You know what I mean? I've showed a lot of things today. I showed him and Trapboy on live, you know, Trapboy rapping that laugh now to Yella Beezy where Yella looks uncomfortable. Like, come on, fam. You know what I mean? Like I said, now Trap get married, Yella fighting for his life. Come on, Trap. I thought you was more gangster than that, Trap. I ain't gonna lie. I thought you was more gangster than that, fam. Yeah, and I know Yella feel that way too. He ain't gonna say it, but you feel that way too, Yella. You ain't gonna say it. If I was in trial fighting for my life, but most of the evidence is what my partner said, but he ain't arrested. Not saying I want him arrested, but I'm looking at that nigga like, damn, fam. I was telling you to chill. Especially if them boys really did that. If y'all did that, like the state of Texas is saying y'all did, then why are we talking about it? Why are we doing so much rapping? But you can see at first Trap rapping about it, but after so long, you see Yella get comfortable too. Now Yella rapping about it. He shot. Don't want the beat drop. Don't want the beat shot. Me 33 shot. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Now you see he comfortable too. Eventually they all start rapping about it and throwing little hints and clues around. And of course the bloggers are picking it right up. Man, these boys got themselves locked up in so many ways. Not saying it's not real physical evidence for Banzo bling in the car and, you know, all that evidence. But when it comes to these lyrics and all this stuff on social media, Let me take you to the number one thing they want to show. What made the number one spot? Yeah, well, what do y'all think made the number one spot that, something off social media that the prosecution, the state wants the jury to see? Something they want to admit, into this trial. What do y'all think made the number one spot? What do y'all think made the number one spot? It is hot as hell in here. What do y'all think made the number one spot? Of course, you got it right. You got it right.
Got the motherfucking freeway.
You got it right. The number one thing they want.
God damn. Nick ain't get on the fucking freeway. And I got the freeway blocked off all the way on Polk, dog. The fuck they got going?
Wow.
Man,
wow.
We got the motherfucking freeway.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this is all coming back to this is all coming back to bite niggas in the ass now, man. It's all coming back now. Remember when y'all was celebrating and popping bottles and you should just shut up, man. You know what I mean? See, back in the days, it wasn't on social media. It was probably niggas linking up doing stuff like this, talking shit around the trap, or, the gang link up at the park and everybody capping and talking about what they just did. And nigga, but it wasn't no social media. You couldn't tell on yourself like that unless you told the wrong person and they went back and told. But you would think after, if you caught a body, or if you knew your partner caught a body, if you knew, because everybody say Trap knew. Detective Barnes is saying Trap knew. He believes Trap Money was even involved in this. Why would you be online doing all this right when the boy is still laying in the street? You nigga some weenies. Weirdo. Ain't no way me and my partners and them just got away with something like this. So we just did. I know a body just dropped and we put some bread on, or I know for a fact my partner put that bread on him. Ain't no way I'm jumping online and get the clout. Yeah, nigga, who got the freeway blocked? Oh, come on, man. Trap, I thought you was more gangster than this, fam. I blame this on Smurf Franklin, bro, your brother, man. I don't know if he the feds right now, if he free. Nigga always locked up. But if he free, you tell Smurf Franklin, man, I need to talk to him, man. I need to talk to you, bro. You let your little bro go out like this, bro. I thought Trap had some real Oak Cliff gangsters around him, man. And y'all let him do all this. I know he a grown man, do what he want to do. Yeah, he might be the boss of Oak Cliff, or them niggas might all take orders from him. But at the end of the day, man, I just can't believe cats around you to tell you, hey, fam, chill. Take that video down. Well, they already got it, but don't say nothing else, bro. Don't say nothing else. Because now look at it. As of today, everything that Trap did has been admitted into evidence. They will show all this during the trial, at least most of it. Even if it's just certain pieces of certain songs, the jury will hear it. So, it all comes back to this, man. It's like, here we are today. It all comes back to this, man. Man, you know what I mean? But yeah, the trial starts August 24th. Y'all go over to Boss Talk 101. I did a thing over there earlier today where we broke it down over there as well on Boss Talk 101. Go check me out over there. We got more Mo3 updates coming. I will be doing more Mo3 updates when Trapboy go to court. Not Trap, but when Keywan go to court, when Devin Brown, whoever goes to court, man, if they have any pre-trial hearings, whatever, before the trial, we will be in the building, gang. Skull Gang will be in the building, man. We are here. I started my show off with this situation. My first interview ever was Rainwater. Before there was a Mo3 sector, I was interviewing Rainwater, Roy Lee Baby Mama, OG Bobby Billion. Remember, this is before there was a Mo3 sector. I was doing interviews with these people before any of y'all ever talked to them as far as the sector. You know what I mean? So come on, man. Y'all know Skull Gang been popping it, man. Stop it, man. We started with Mo3, and we gotta finish this thing up strong, man. August 24th, y'all, the trial starts. But I will be brushing y'all up on everything that's going on, man. Long live Mo3, man. Make sure y'all smash that like button, gang. Subscribe to my platform, gang. Follow me when it comes to this Mo3 situation. I'm unbiased. We're gonna keep it 100. We're gonna break it down how it's going. We're gonna be in the courtroom. They will show it on TV. So if I can sit here with y'all and break it down live, that'd be dope too. I might not have to go to the courtroom every day, but I will be suited and booted for that verdict, though. No matter which way it go, I will be suited and booted for that verdict, though. No matter which way it go. Man, y'all smash the like button, gang. Get this video a hype, man. Hype my video up, gang, so I can put it in the algorithm more, man. Subscribe to my platform. Salute to everybody rocking with me, y'all. Y'all know what time it is. It's Big Scope Gang, a no gang, a don't bang. And remember, we don't break the news. We just break the news down, y'all. Till next time, man. Subscribe to my platform. I'm gone, y'all. I'm gone.
Look at the whole gang, man. Look at the whole gang. I see y'all good, man.
Y'all, it's your boy Just Ain't Know the Scope. We don't break the news. We just break the news down.
It's most definitely Skull Gang, a no gang, a don't bang. Hey, we're gonna stay real over here, man. Big Skull Gang. Salute to everybody watching this video. Make sure y'all like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. I do live streams all the time.
It's Skull Gang. no gang that don't bang. Salute to everybody good.